This is Beyond Trek Podcast, your source for Star Trek on social media and around the web. I'm BigJ.
I'm Marie.
And I'm Dag, the Trivia Master. You can find us on Facebook at Beyond Trek Podcast and on Twitter at Beyond Trek Pod.
Red alert.
So here's the RiffTrek that we're going to do tonight. We're going to watch the Doomsday Machine. Now, I don't know about you, but we're not going to be able to really, riff on this or, beat it up like we did with the DS9 episode Move Along Home or any of the other episodes we may do. So what is this going to be more of like we're doing a director's commentary? You guys got some snarky things ready to go, maybe even your adult beverage?
Well, I haven't seen this, so I think I'm in for a real good time because I just riff on things anyway.
If you haven't seen it, that's awesome. Yeah, this is going to be a good way to see it. Now, you might have to watch it proper when we're not, talking about it as we're going or anything like that. So for any of our listeners who would like to listen along while we do this, we are watching the Star Trek, the original series episode, The Doomsday Machine. So if you'd like to get that queued up in whichever means you have or that you're using for watching Star Trek episodes, you can listen along with us. Now, this is Season 2, Episode 6 of Star Trek, the original series, The Doomsday Machine. So are you guys ready? We're going to do a little countdown here, like a 3, 2, 1 click sort of thing. Crack your knuckles, get them ready. You guys ready to go?
Aye, aye, Captain.
Okay, let's do it. In 3, 2, 1, click. I like that green tunic. I was glad when Kirk got that one. Why isn't Uhura in this episode?
I'm not really sure, but I'm appreciating the chest. That chest hair. It's really bringing out those Star Trek qualities. Who needs philosophy when you have buff Kirk?
Kirk's chest hair. That would make a good name for a band.
Uh-oh, important space rocks.
Oh, man.
Not again.
That was a hard cut.
Yeah, and I think no Chekhov either. That's a shame. They both must have had the day off today.
I really love what the remastering did with the graphics in space for this series. It's great.
It does look pretty good.
Yeah, Matt Decker is the commanding officer. Now, he is, I believe it's all but canon that he was intended to be the father of Will Deckard from Star Trek The Motion Picture.
Correct.
Oh.
There was never any confirmation done on screen, and you know how it is. If it's not on screen, it's not canon.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things that pretty much everyone agrees that, yes, Matt Decker is Will Decker's father.
That's cool.
Oh, just because they have the same last name and they're both human and in the Federation, they have to be related?
Absolutely.
Yeah, fair enough.
Isn't that how we do it?
Yeah.
It's a small galaxy,
Yeah, like, there are only 4 quadrants.
And it takes them 15 seconds to determine that she has been under attack.
I mean,
I didn't need
could just
scissors for that.
Could be having a bad hair day.
The ominous music before the intro.
Yeah. Oh, the skip intro button is right there, and it's so tantalizing.
Can't do it. We got to be synchronized. Don't tempt yourself.
Don't do it.
So one thing that makes Will Decker's relationship to Matt Decker more concrete is that the making of Star Trek The Motion Picture, which was written by Gene Roddenberry, says so.
So it's in beta canon.
Okay.
That makes it a bit more solid in my book.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, no one disputes that. Like, I have not seen a single argument that says that they're not related just because it wasn't said on screen. So that's very much accepted canon. And well, and that's how it was set up, just like Dag said.
No one disputes Great Bird of the Galaxy.
Oh, and I'm sorry, I did not introduce for our listeners. Hopefully, you recognize my voice. This is BigJ. We've got Dag, the Trivia Master, Tato Authority, who's going to be doing a Toys and Tech with Tato skit with us coming on down the line, and Top, who is our voice impressionist.
Hi.
And Laure, Dag's partner.
Yes, thanks for joining us.
Real quick, we just passed it. The guy who wrote it was called Norman Spinrad, and that's a killer name.
I can't believe I missed that.
He's the Mirror Universe version of Norman Spindall.
But Mirror Universe names are identical.
The best trick the devil ever pulled was that sick Norman Spinrad.
That's great. I like it.
It sounds like a secret agent name, like James Bond, except longer.
Oh, that's Bashir's. That has to be Bashir's name. That's his code name when he's in the holodeck.
Spinrad.
Yeah. Spinrad. Norman Spinrad. Oh, take her on a date first.
They're going over. We're going to board her. You're not going to buy her a steak?
Yeah. Oh, bad day for that rock. So is it just like a captain thing that you get to show your chest hair?
Oh, they're already in. No going back now. Milestones, guys.
Yeah, the chest hair is a captain's only thing, I believe.
I find it interesting that the captain gets to have like a varied wardrobe and everybody else is like, you get one outfit and that's it. No options.
Yeah.
But when you get captain, you get all these other options.
Yeah,
Ooh.
don't get any ketchup on it.
They blew the whole budget on this set, so
Worth it.
yeah, fair enough.
And plus, Uhura does get a off-duty uniform at some point in the series, if I remember correctly, or an off-duty outfit.
Yeah. At least in the later treks, they get those sick-ass jackets.
Well, William Shatner has a very strong collarbone there. It would be a shame not to show it. Tato's like, I'm not a collarbone kind of guy. Too bad.
Molten lead. I don't know. I've seen people walk on coals, so I think molten lead, they should be fine.
Yeah, it's good. It's fine.
It's not like they'll slowly burn to death.
Yeah.
Humans are better than that, right? Right.
Yeah.
And there he is.
Oh no.
Staring straight into the camera.
This is a man who has seen some shit.
It's Vigo. I mean, just kidding.
We're missing the blood on his face.
Commodore.
Yeah. Commodores were known on occasion to be in command of starships, but they were mostly like regional commanders of starship groups and bases.
Okay. That's Captain Kirk to you.
Yeah, well, I guess Commodore Decker can pretty much call him whatever he wants. He does outrank Kirk.
Fair enough.
Yep.
And he's like the last Commodore we ever see again.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think he's the last one. Commodore was not a rank that was used very often after this. And in fact, I don't think ever after this one.
Well, I mean, they do visit a couple star bases after this.
Well, I think, that William Shatner just said the wrong thing there. I actually read about this on an article. He's actually said Commodore instead of Commander, and now it's canon. They didn't have enough budget for the reshoot after that set, so...
Wait a minute. He was supposed to be called Commander and not Commodore?
No. I'm just joking.
Oh, you got me. Good troll.
Oof.
I was about to have to defer to our trivia master, Dag, to be like, hey, is this true?
That's a twist. Oh no, not the magical teleport thing. We need that.
The mood lighting.
Now, I hate to tell you, this is pretty much how I feel and react when I find out that the reason I had extra money in my account was because I forgot to pay a bill.
Casually goes into shock.
That's how I feel when there was one donut left and it's gone.
I called them. I begged them for more. 24 of them. But no donuts came.
Yeah.
I
Really?
couldn't.
Well, now that the deflectors are offline, I don't know what they even can do.
Why are they talking through this fence? Can't they just be person to person?
But then they can't have the mood lighting. Well, of course they'd know if they'd seen it.
I feel like they're kind of trying to get that prison cell feel of one person talking on one side and then the other person's just I don't know. Maybe. I could just be stark raving mad.
I'm going to go with stark raving mad.
Thanks, guys.
We second this.
Sounds like they're ripping off Star Wars right now.
With anti-protons?
No, with a force beam destroying planets. Sounds like the Death Star.
Uh-oh.
14 years before there was a Death Star. Star Trek did it first. Hashtag.
Look, we all know that Greedo shot first, so...
No way.
We're getting off topic.
Yeah, we are.
Sorry to be the buzzkill.
Plotting out a connect the dots of destroyed solar systems. Oh, there weren't my hopes and dreams.
Floating past me and striking a dead ship's hull.
And naturally, they're going to go after it.
Oh, of course. Probably the Romulans.
Right.
Or the Q continuum.
Or the Borg. Roll credits. They said it.
I don't recall the name of the novel. I have to look it up, but there was this book I read many, many years ago that actually expanded on the creation of the Doomsday Machine, and it being created to fight the Borg was kind of the main hook of that novel and explaining the origins of the Doomsday Machine.
BigJ is thinking of the novel Vendetta.
You got it. You're my man. It's Vendetta.
Who wrote it, Dag?
While he's looking at that, that novel also introduced Guinan's sister.
Is there a novel that explains Guinan's species and why the Q really don't like them?
No, but you're getting off track, man.
Vendetta was written by Peter David.
I'm just going to starve here because I'm prideful.
I like the light across the eyes. Very classic
Yeah.
60s Trek.
Very mood lighting.
That's what happens when you're in a J.J. Abrams film and the lens flare hits your eyes.
Lens flare everywhere.
Red alert. Commodore Decker has boarded the ship.
Wait, that other guy had a different outfit. What did he do? Raid the closet? Uh-oh.
We have just beamed aboard a maniac.
But we don't know it yet. Look, it's the giant blue space carrot of fiery death.
Oh no. Oh, it's powering up.
Don't put your dick in that.
Oh, I knew it! I knew you. I knew you were going to say it. I was waiting for it. I'm glad you did.
Like, seriously, don't. Look at it. It's terrifying.
It can't see us if we don't move.
That's a lie.
No, you have to play dead.
Yeah.
Look, play Constellation.
Oh, too soon.
Boom, 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 boom.
I know it's more for dimensional animation, but it's conveniently avoiding all the rocks. No croutons in this salad.
Or it could be dissolving all the rocks around it because it's a magical. Just beam aboard. You'll be fine. Wait. Did I just guess that they're going to beam aboard? They are going to beam aboard.
The transporter went out on the Constellation.
Why are they beaming aboard?
Blah!
Beam aboard where exactly?
Oh, man.
Well, nowhere now.
Well,
Yeah.
you see, beaming a board is easier than beaming the whole fence at the same time.
Right. Yeah, I see where the whole budget went. They had to tilt the entire set. That must be a real pain in the ass to, set that up to tilt the entire set.
We have one take and we must get it right.
Yeah.
The other 10% of the budget went to the lady's hair in the back there, making sure it didn't move at all.
I know. Isn't that amazing?
But she's got a net on, so that kind of helps. But gravity and jumping over your chair will do something.
In the future, they have pretty strong hairspray.
In the future, they figured out how to safely use cement.
Yes.
As a hair product.
Yep.
Look, super glue and hair belong together.
You'll be stuck with this hairstyle for the rest of your life, but it'll never bother you again.
But Scotty just told me to come along.
My dads are fighting.
I get 2 Christmases.
I mean, there's 2 guards at the door to the turbo lift on the bridge. Why?
It's a very special turbo lift.
Well, there is the Commodore, on the Enterprise.
I mean, he's sitting on a keyboard. That should be raising enough red flags.
The space carrot decided to leave him alone.
You maniac, do not lean on that console.
The space carrot is actually just the long-lost vacuum for Spaceball 1's alternate form.
I like it.
Oh, okay. Another thing that Star Trek stole from. It's the Commodore symbol. Oh shit.
Spock, if we get too close, it'll attack us. Decker, we're going to attack it.
That's pretty much exactly what he's going to do.
Captain Ahab has to go hunt his whale.
Except this time there are 430 other people that go, but why? Why do you do this? Spock burned people before it was cool.
Yikes.
Murdered by words.
Not your boat.
This is a real Pokemon moment. Fire phasers! It didn't work. Fire phasers harder!
Look, if you just believe in the heart of the phasers, that'll do it.
It's beta canon that the debris from this planet destroyer was used as the door to Cardassian Central Command, and they couldn't blast through it in the last episode of Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
It's fine, because they opened that door for him.
Everybody hates regulation. Except Spock. Worships them.
Whoops.
Darn those time constraints.
Look, Bones is just out here trying his best.
Well, Bones can be just a little hot-headed sometimes.
When you try your best, but you don't succeed.
Commodore Decker being a proto-fascist.
This episode inspired Fix You.
Really? Now that sounds like a Pokemon. Fix You, go, full phasers!
I like how Spock is just totally blank facing right now. If anybody shot this man with a phaser, I would not object.
I think that's what he wanted.
His half-human brain was like, shoot him, shoot him, shoot him, shoot
Yes.
him, shoot him.
His Vulcan brain is like, that would be highly illogical.
Oh no, a cocoa nut.
See how you like full phasers.
For a Doomsday Machine, it's pretty slow.
It was just flying backwards. Why is it flying backwards?
I'ma eat the space carrot.
Or no, they're going towards it. Sorry.
Does Commodore Decker have just like a slice of cheese? Was that what was in his hand?
Do you not have a slice of cheese when you're on the bridge?
I know I do.
I usually like have cards when I'm playing bridge.
What's the point of having cool consoles in your captain's chair if you don't have a little refrigerator for cheddar slices?
Duh.
I'm usually have controllers when I'm on console, so
get this man out of my Discord. You've got to be a dad with jokes like this.
But sir, the regulations.
There's that Worf voice we love.
Spock, I don't know about that.
Decker, I'm gonna put my dick in it. Oh, wait. Not once does he think, maybe we should turn back.
Nope. It's Captain Ahab. Like we said, he's got to hunt his whale.
Even if it spits at him really, really, really hard, like enough to break his boat. Provided it doesn't have energy shields, because Captain Ahab definitely needs energy shields.
Right through the center. Engage.
I mean, I don't know about any use, but military history will tell you one thing and one thing only. Frontal assault is the worst plan you could possibly have.
I don't know what you're talking about. The charge of the Light Brigade was a massive success.
Full speed ahead.
Right down the barrel.
Now we're not blind, but I wish I was, because this is some bullshit. Kirk, what are you doing? Why?
I think they're trying. So, like, you see, like, all the ripples and angles. I really think that they're trying to light up the sky like a disco ball so that Rigel gets that, warning signal.
Even better, another starship, so they can go warn Starfleet Command. Like,
yeah,
oh boy.
You don't need to.
Captain, I recommend we use more than bad Photoshop to fire on this thing.
I know, that was bad. They were using the free trial.
Yeah. You could, if you zoom in real close, you can see the watermark.
Commodore Decker used the free trial when he was on Constellation, but then it expired.
Yeah, Commodore Decker's not really going for it. I think if he really wanted to, he would just fly down straight to center, because I feel like that's its weak spot. If video games have taught me anything, it's a big glowing spot. That's where you fire. That's where you ram yourself into. Awkward silence on the bridge.
Spoilers.
Oh no.
Double murdered by words.
Spock laying on the heat.
I know. Do not mess with Spock.
Roasted.
If anybody else knows rules on this boat, it's him.
Someone about to be Spock blocked.
There's something in that weapon.
So the way that Spock helps get more power with Sulu is to put his hands all over the console too. Is this two idiots, one keyboard?
Plot twist, the rest of the episodes are fake. They die here.
No, I think it's like that thing in like going back to video games where if you like press the button faster, you get more power.
Or like when you're in an elevator and you frantically hit the button so it'll come faster.
Get your friend to help you push the button. It's just like...
I just choose to believe that the planet killer is a Horta in its final form.
Okay.
It shouldn't have been no kill. It should have been, this isn't even my final form.
You know, all jokes of it tilting set aside, that was a really convincing roll.
What was?
Kirk's roll into the wall right there.
I mean, he had the best rolls.
Yeah.
Well, we're tumbling side to side. Gotta roll. They're trying the speed racer move.
Is that like a cis turn, an ass turn?
All right, everyone, shake yourself.
Oh,
It'll see you and go, ooh, I get 2 goldfish today.
Scotty's getting a gold star.
I thought we didn't have pay. What?
It's just a euphemism.
Has anyone else noticed that it just looks like a snail?
I don't know about snail.
Like a snail shell?
It's a carrot. It's the giant blue space carrot. That's what I actually called it as a kid. I was like, Mom, can I watch the carrot? Because I had it on a disc or VHS. I don't remember.
You knew your parents were cool when they gave you a space carrot for Christmas.
That you could just look at over and over and over again.
Right. And you know you were a rich kid if it was fully operational and you got to blow up planets.
That's me, fully operational.
Hey.
Now, why does Spock have the Bluetooth headset right now?
Well, because he's got the blue uniform.
Don't ask important questions.
Because Spock.
Be yourself, unless you can be Spock with a headset. Always be Spock with a headset. I don't want to speak to the maniac. Triple murdered by word.
Like, that's nice. Give me Spock, you jerk.
Yeah, he just got murdered again.
And he's just not listening. He's like that guy who cheats in a thing. He's the cheater.
Get out of my chair.
He's still got that cheese.
Is that the cheese? I thought he was like playing with Post-it notes or something.
Nope, it's cheddar cheese.
Yeah.
Should we tell him one of them's gone green?
Nope.
Maybe it's Klingon cheese.
Quadruple murdered by cheese.
That cheese was made in Minsk. Oh.
It's gotten serious now.
Oh. He doesn't look relieved to me. He kind of looks constipated.
Oh shit, it's the fuzz.
Commodore, take your cheese and your ass out of here.
Oh, that's why the security officers were there.
For this very scene.
Vulcans never bluff, except when J.J. Abrams is directing.
Oof. Now that's a lot of damage.
Yes, it is.
And you know he's just plotting his next move.
It's the face.
No, he said 2-1, not 21.
Nobody has ever been yeeted to sickbay faster.
Tons of people get beamed directly to sick bay.
They don't know how to do that yet.
Oh, shoot.
They're novice transporters.
He hit him in the chest. Why did the guy cover his face?
Where's the palm punching?
Hide the fact he was a stunt double.
Oh, security almost had
Double
it.
hammer
Oh,
fist.
man.
He's got some Kirk Fu.
The double hammer fist lives.
You can't see it because this is an audio recording, but I'm frantically pounding my chest, yelling security. Security!
That's a lot of scuff marks on the floor, guys.
It was. What was that all about?
That was not inconspicuous.
Starfleet vacuum is going to be very unhappy.
Oh, the Roombas are so mad.
Too many hammer fists. Trying to be sneaky in a bright yellow shirt.
Well, you know, those shirts were actually kind of a green color, but when they were filmed against the, I think it was the camera, the lighting or something made them look yellow.
Oh.
Oh, see, but when you had one of each on screen there, when you had Kirk in there, it was like Teletubby colors.
Yeah.
What about purple?
We don't talk about purple.
Yeah, that's when you get your red and your blue uniforms mixed up, and you don't want to do that.
When someone screws up the laundry. Is that little tail on the end of the shuttlecraft just additional landing gear?
Yeah, third landing gear.
I never understood that until, like, now. It looks so vulnerable, too. Like, why isn't it extendable?
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, hey. It's that thing that I thought would work from earlier.
That's why we were all kind of chuckling.
Commodore, what about your son that doesn't exist in canon yet?
I'm gonna put my dick in it.
Wow.
Oh my. He can and he will throw his life away like that.
I love this freak out scene that he does.
Okay, now they're calling him a commander. What is it, a Commodore or a commander?
I thought he said Commodore again.
No, he said it was Starfleet commander.
Technically, so is Kirk.
That Gene Roddenberry.
Commander, as in a position of command.
Well, sure. Now he really looks constipated.
This is the look of a man that forgot to show up for a final in college.
This is a man who hasn't drank his prune juice. Me when I look into the sun.
Commodores do not drink prune juice.
Commodores do not drink prune juice. He's dead, Jim. Is that it? Oh no, there's still 10 minutes left. Is he going to be resurrected?
Oh no, he's gone.
He dead.
No, he's gone. Aw.
Yeah,
But
they
double
abandoned
murder.
Khan's magical blood on CD Alpha 5 last season. No resurrections this time.
Oh well.
Quintuple murdered by the wrong fleshlight.
So much for family friendly.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
He just died for nothing.
Yeah.
Why is everyone saying sensors?
See, but here's the thing.
Since
Here's
when?
the thing. To make you ask questions, it worked.
Why, Spock? What kind of cologne are you wearing?
Oh my.
Oh, de Vulcan. It's all the rage.
Oh, I like some Eau de Vulcan.
We're going to have to put an explicit tag on this episode.
Whoopsie. All right, Spock. That.
Look, Star Trek's unobtainium.
Beam the warp core inside of things.
They don't know how to do that yet.
Just go at warps. Just get like torpedoes to go at warp speed. Get a micro warp core and just like set torpedoes to go at warp speed through things. The deflector dish doesn't stand a chance.
Fun fact, torpedoes can sustain flight at warp speed provided the ship is already traveling that fast.
We'll see.
Or you're just shuttling aboard in a Class 3 probe.
Yeah, why don't I launch class 3 probes at things? And we'll just break things. Oh man, I hope there isn't interference that increases the suspense.
Oh, this is not suspenseful enough for you?
Well, it is.
Spock's like, no, we already did this once today. Can we not?
The transporter's not working properly, and they only have 30 seconds left.
The minute he pushes that button.
Oh no, I activated it.
Oh no, the big red button.
That seems like a poor idea. To just have like no way of shutting off the detonator.
Kirk's philosophy. The captain has to go down. He just forgot with the ship.
Alright. Isn't that like every time he meets an alien girl? Captain has to go down?
Boo.
Oh.
You know, given the number of special effects in this episode, it's more understanding why Uhura and Chekhov don't show up in it.
They didn't have the budget to include them.
Yeah.
Rude.
Do you just hear those sparks, man? That's where the budget went.
I know. Look at those sparks. And they had to beat up one of the models of the like the Enterprise model, repaint it, make it look all binged up.
Yeah, and they had to get this mood lighting. Do you know how expensive good mood lighting is?
And those transporter explosions. And all the transporting. Actually, fun fact, the transporter was actually really, really cheap special effect.
Jury rigging. Isn't that illegal?
Not in the future.
This is the era of Starfleet where they experimented with imperial units over metric. That's why everything's in miles.
Ah. Very suspenseful music.
United Federation of Hold My Beer.
Is this? I feel like Star Trek stole from Dune on this one, having a giant space worm.
You're not a space fantasy if you don't have a giant space worm. It's part of the requirement.
It's a space carrot!
Yeah, this is the episode otherwise known as Tremors 27, Tremors in Space.
It's not a worm, it doesn't wiggle.
Mr. Spock, what did I just say?
Spock, I would like to leave now.
3, 2,
I'm ready.
1, 0, negative
Anytime,
1.
guys. I'm ready. Guys.
Cue 4 more transporter explosions.
Reverse fate.
Yeah, there's
Okay,
another one.
okay, Spock. Why don't you come down here and be the engineer? Okay.
It's funny that you mentioned Dune because that book had only been released 2 years prior to this episode.
Oh, okay. So I was actually right about something for once.
We're running out of transporter pads.
The ironic thing is, they use one that already blew up to beam him back.
No way, did they?
Yup.
He's already dead.
Front left.
He's gone. Spock is the captain now.
The front left pad, the one they're beaming him in, was the first one to go.
I thought the left one was the first one to go.
It was the left one. Yeah, it was the left one.
It was left, then front right, then back left.
I believe Top is right.
I played a lot of Simon Says when I grew up.
Captain, the space carrot is ready to be reattached to Frosty the Snowman's face.
Oh, I
Nice.
thought you were going somewhere else with that.
That's the space carrot's final form. Frosty the Snowman.
I would say you could, repurpose that neutronium, but apparently you can't do anything.
They don't know how to cut through it.
Wait, but then how do they use it for anything?
They don't.
They don't. They leave it there.
he guided others to a treasure he could not possess.
Very profound.
I mean, we just saw even blowing up a starship inside it didn't break it.
Commentary.
Wait, we blew its innards to mush. How was that constructive?
All right, so here's what you do in case you run into another one. Come get the hull from this one, and then just like tractor beam it into the other one. And then, bada bingo, bada bango, you're good.
It's too bad they end up using the hull of the Doomsday Machine to provide a new protective layer around the Chernobyl remains.
Oh,
No Netflix. I don't want to watch the next episode.
Well, there it is. That was the Doomsday Machine with William Wyndham as Commodore Decker. It's a good episode. I like that one. I'm glad we got to see that again, do some riffs on it, a couple jokes. Glad you guys were here tonight for doing this. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a pretty good episode. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't seen a lot of the original series, but it was pretty good.
So, what did you think of it being your first time that you saw it?
I think the acting was really good. I think that's something that is kind of missed sometimes in later Trek. Is that like really quality acting? Sometimes the acting can be hit or miss, but it's still true here. It's just a different style of acting.
Another good one to watch is Balance of Terror.
I'll have to look into that.
It's great. They fight Romulans.
Perhaps that can be on our long list of Star Trek episodes to riff on, and there will be plenty more to come. So thank you all for listening, and come back again for more RiffTreks.
Bye-bye.
We are Beyond Trek Podcast. Lower your inhibitions and surrender your years. We will add inspirational and hilarious Trek content to your day. Your attention will adapt to subscribe to us. Resistance is futile.